do feel like there was a lot of stuff that happened this weekend.
Well, nothing happened until it all
I
happened.
feel like it was a lot. It was like, man, what all could we talk about?
I just find the whole Ardmore situation very interesting and relevant because it's like, so many, there's so much spillover between Ardmore and Limestone County and Athens.
Okay, well, I didn't know Ardmore had two mayors.
You didn't?
Did not
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know there was a town Ardmore and a city Ardmore.
Right.
I told someone it feels like a married couple who share the same house, but they got separate bedrooms, separate bank accounts.
Well, also you've got two different states that one's a lot better than the other.
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
so is one side of Ardmore better than the other side?
Yes, it is. I mean, yeah, pretty much most of like the good stuff in Ardmore, the good restaurants, the better stores are on the Tennessee side.
Could they not just like make a metropolis or like just link them together and have one government governing the whole?
No, because
city?
you can't change this where the state line is. But I mean, you could definitely work together to not have that disparity between the two like it is.
I think it was some. I don't know if it's miscommunication or misunderstanding about the mayor on the town Ardmore side. So I saw a lot of comments saying that he pointed himself to be over the water commission or water authority, but then someone also said that he has to be because it's part of his role as being mayor.
So my understanding is he has to be on the board. He doesn't have to be in charge of the board. It's kind of a conflict of interest that he's in charge. To me, the real kicker is like, should he even be mayor? I mean, they said that like the other guy was ahead.
Allegedly.
They showed the screen. They got the receipts.
Oh, the other guy was allegedly ahead.
No, they had the receipts. They had the screenshot.
Well, I haven't seen any screenshots.
Yeah, they posted it in your post.
In mine?
Yeah.
I'm about to go back and look at that.
Yeah. Somebody commented and said, I think it was in your post.
Okay.
Somebody definitely posted the screenshots, though, of where the other guy was ahead, and then a few minutes later, the other guy was ahead.
Okay. It don't make after this election look that bad now.
Exactly, and that's how we tie it back.
I'm just saying, it feels like, what we had here, it was
well, everyone's complaining about all this corruption and all this in the good old boy system. I'm like, literally up there is that the true good old boy? Because they said that Shannon family, the mayor, they've been mayor for like generations. The different men in the family have been mayor.
So I didn't know all that either. Okay.
Yeah.
So I might need to look up some more Ardmore facts.
Well,
the only thing I go to Ardmore for
I
is
fell down
the
an
lotto.
Ardmore rabbit hole.
The lotto is the only thing I go there for.
Yeah.
Which is at $1 billion now, so I
know
need
Wyatt
to go make
bought
a trip
us tickets.
tonight. See, okay. I gotta go
Wyatt's
get my
mom.
tickets.
Well, Wyatt's mom bought us tickets.
Yes.
He said, I already looked up like if we win, and I put this amount in a investment, what we could have. I'm like, of course you did that.
I mean, if you won that much money, it's like, it's a lot of money. I don't know what I would do with it. Like, my mind wouldn't even fathom if all of a sudden one day I turn in a ticket and they hit my account with whatever the payout is.
No, I can't fathom that either.
What is the payout?
1.3 billion, I think, is what he said.
No, that's how much it is to add. What's the payout?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm curious now.
You can get it done in different ways.
Yeah, but lump sum.
Well, I
you
think
either can do the payments or you do the lump sum. But the payments, though, if you die, the money gone. So it's like if you were to die, your kid don't get none of what you just had. Like,
yeah, and he said we have to share it with his family too, like his parents and somebody else, his brother maybe. So we probably did the lump sum too because we were going to just split it all.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get raped on taxes on the front end.
But my thing, like, I don't have that much money now.
Right,
So
exactly. Like,
taxes, take it.
just take whatever you need,
whatever
bruh.
you want. Whatever you want.
Whatever you need.
want. Yeah, it's at 1.5 billion. It says.
Okay.
And you can do.
Well, earlier today it was at 1.3.
It's 30 payments over 29 years through an annuity.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
The cash option, 634 million.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can make that work.
Speaking of money, didn't they say the Florence?
Did we already start?
No. The Florence guy, he got arrested for embezzlement, didn't he?
He's not the mayor. He was a candidate.
He was a candidate.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was running from Mississippi. I'm like, what?
Again.
So you
don't look too bad.
You jumped over the state line to run for mayor?
That is next door. Yeah, I forget how close Florence is to Mississippi.
Yeah.
And then someone brought up, all this mayor talk, someone had brought up Elkmont. Because someone had mentioned a rural village is not part of Elkmont town or city, so they're not allowed to vote in the election. And I'm like, ain't that the biggest neighborhood in Elkmont?
I think so, yeah.
It would feel like they'll be a park, especially being right around the corner.
And I'm like, okay, Elkmont can't be that big, so how did you draw those lines out and exclude this one neighborhood?
The rural village is across the street from Piggly Wiggly.
Right.
That little gin house, like the only restaurant, is right there across.
Hey, there's a couple now, apparently.
They got an elementary right next door.
Yeah, because we played volleyball there.
And then the Dollar General is right next to Rural Village. It's like everything in Elkmont.
And a bank. There's a bank too.
Yeah. Rural Village might need to have a conversation with somebody. How can we get involved with our election here, with us being so close?
I got tickled about how Ardmore was going to have a meeting about, do we need a re-election at noon on a weekday? Like, who's coming to that?
Nobody. But that's the point, though. You would have, if you want to do something like that, have it at a inconvenient time.
Yeah.
And then only the people you want to come vote will come vote. If allegedly something was going on that was wrong. That's how you would play it.
Certain there's some shadiness going on. Okay, wait. We haven't started recording, have we? Or have we?
Yeah.
I haven't said any words I need to be edited out, have I?
Oh, no, we'll edit this. This is we just.
Well, you had said you were about to start it off with a certain disclaimer of sorts, so I was looking for that to know that.
Well, yeah. Speaking of, let me just say, last week I was not accusing anybody, any person, any candidate of sending butt toys to anyone. Just we were commenting off a post made in a public forum of a alleged situation that allegedly happened. I am not saying anybody that I know of was involved in the situation. So
I just need to say that I woke up the next morning to a little bit of anger. It's not how I want to wake up,
Yeah, I feel you.
It was like a Friday morning, wasn't it?
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
I think it was Saturday morning.
I'm not trying to start my weekend with the hostility. Again, I think we covered our bases in saying that.
I thought so too.
It had nothing to do with any particular person other than this person accusing and the person that was being accused, who we didn't even mention their names.
Because I said supporters, and then you had said you're not saying any candidate wasn't involved at the end. So I thought we were good, but like I said, all is allegedly. So,
but we truly did not mean to offend anybody or ruin anybody's day.
I mean, speaking of getting in trouble, I know you didn't see much of it, but Cardi B. If she ever got back on a court stand again, I would not be disappointed. I don't want her to get sued again, but her on that court stand, and that attorney asked her about that security guard, and she says she's big, she's security big.
There's some of us that just don't have a filter. I feel like she was it wasn't her fault that she had to be there.
She said the woman looked like she could secure a building.
Well, that's a compliment, right? If you're security, don't you want to be described as
She looks like
such?
she can do her job.
I feel like that's a compliment.
Did you see her?
A backhanded compliment, maybe, but a compliment.
Did you see when she left the courtroom the last day?
No.
So she walks out the day of the verdict, I guess before the verdict, when they got their closing argument. She gets outside, and a male reporter asks her if she's pregnant and if Offset or her boyfriend, Trayvon Diggs, is the father. And she takes a marker out of another reporter's hand and throws the marker at the reporter. That's also when it posted, they're like, she about to get a BOGO trial.
Yeah, that, it reminds me of another situation recently. Have you followed the Subway sandwich situation?
Yeah.
So they're saying, that they're not going to allow that to be a felony charge. So they knocked it down to a misdemeanor. But I feel like throwing a marker and throwing a Subway sandwich are similar offenses.
I can say that. I can see that.
None
of them are really going to hurt you.
I can think of at least 20 people right off the top of my head that need a Subway sandwich thrown at them.
Some people would love to take a Subway sandwich.
Well, I just feel like there was a lot more violent things that could have been done, but a Subway sandwich is pretty mild.
I agree.
Also a marker. They're probably like, this could have been a lot worse and nobody appreciates that.
Speaking of not appreciating, those 3 women that dude from North Carolina married. Like, how do you manage to get 3 different women to say I do? And I need more information, because it doesn't say.
I need more information too.
It doesn't say if they were living together, like what kind of financial support
what did he have to offer them? I don't like to be very judgmental, but
the article is very brief. It's very, very brief.
And I just feel like we hear about some things that they just drag on and on and on, and then the stuff we really want to hear about, we just get like a little snippet. That's how you fall down a rabbit hole, though.
And I'm like, if I'm a 4th woman, I don't know if I make that phone call. I don't report myself. We're just gonna die with this. I'm thinking,
I'm taking that to the grave.
It's going to the grave.
I'm probably gonna take it to the grave if I find out I'm the 2nd woman. Honestly,
if it goes to court, you got to testify. You got to get on the stand and be like, "Yeah, I'm one of them."
Listen, I made a mistake, okay, or 2. Not my best judgment.
I need you to know what he said. What do you have to say to 3 different women to be married to them all at the same time?
And also, did they see him, or was it like a long distance marriage? Were they Russian brides?
Since it said North Carolina, it feels like it was specifically happened in that one state. To me, that's that's my interpretation.
All the women were from there too?
That's what I would assume. That's what I assumed. It didn't mention any other state. It only said North Carolina.
And he was married to all of them?
So it feels like he did it in different counties in the state.
Yeah, but the way but you could we could have a ceremony right now and say we were married, but we're not actually married. So maybe they weren't actually married, maybe?
Then you're not getting arrested though. You're not actually married. You got to be actually married to get arrested.
Well, I think the real problem here is who dropped the ball, at these different counties. Where are y'all don't have a log or something? Is there not a computer system? I'm pretty proficient with QuickBooks.
I was going to say.
And if I can figure that little software program out, surely a state would have a more sophisticated system.
Having a rough time and dropping the ball. Bama fans right now.
Oh man, listen.
Losing their mind.
I just need to say that this has been coming for a while. Nobody feels sorry for them at all.
As a Bama fan, the way I look at it, it's been a good run. It was a long run.
Yeah,
enjoy what you had. Appreciate what was there.
Well, they didn't.
It felt
appreciate
they felt like it was deserved.
Entitled.
I said that to someone.
Entitled.
That's the problem. You felt like you always was meant to be there.
And see, you think when people come from, which I guess they've had a rocky past with, they're either like riding the waves of success, or they're like at the bottom of the ocean. There's like not a whole lot of middle ground for Bama historically, and
It's either really high or really low.
Right, and when I was in college, they were really low, and it was really fun to watch. I was there for the years like where the fear of the thumb, and all that just made them so angry and upset, and it just the more angry and upset they got, the more we enjoyed it. They poisoned the trees. That's unforgivable. You just can't bounce back from that, from the hatred after the trees got poisoned as an Auburn fan.
So I will say this.
But all I'm going to say is that they've been talking smack for years. NIL came. They got put back on an even playing field. They didn't like that. Here we are. No one feels sorry for you.
NIL changed everything in college football.
Yep.
And it doesn't feel like the Alabama fans have acknowledged that or realized that. Saban last year was a rough year for him. He was about to lose it.
Well, I mean, I understand, justifiably so, because like you go from being me and Wyatt were talking about this. You go from being kind of an educator, you're kind of still in that education field. You're a coach, to now you're a manager of professional athletes because they're getting paid. So I can see where that would be frustrating. You're like, I don't want to deal with this. But the other thing is like, he could run the state before on recruiting and promises and stuff. Well, then when the money came into it, everyone's kind of on a more even playing field.
That's what Bama was good at. They were good at collecting talent and hoarding talent. So you was
talent.
You was keeping all this big old pool was on your team. So when you had one class leave, you had another right behind it.
Well, my dad said that even Bear Bryant was known for that back in the day, like where he would go because everyone wanted to play for him. So he'd go recruit like tons of people just for one position, and I'll promise them the same thing. And then he had them so no one else could have them, and they're just pumped to be there. But a lot of them never even saw playing time. It's kind of like when you're going through a divorce, you got to go interview with all the good lawyers so the other person can't. It's kind of that.
Yeah.
It's a little shady, not exactly against the rules, that type of thing.
And that's goes to part two. People are like, oh, Kalen DeBoer doesn't have that same temperament Saban. Saban been losing his stuff on players. I'm like, you can't now. These dudes are making millions of dollars. When Saban had them, all they had was a scholarship and a free lunch. It's different. You can't be screaming at dudes making millions.
I don't feel sorry for him either because he knew exactly what he signed up for. He signed up for an impossible job. And can I say that he left the most beautiful part of the country to come down here where it's hotter than 10 hells, and he's going to be compared to Saban and Bear Bryant for the rest of his days. One wrong step and everyone hates him.
That's why he should be given grace. He took the hardest job in the country.
I don't feel sorry for him. He could still be in Washington State.
I'm not saying feeling sorry, but he should have some grace.
Have y'all been to Washington State?
I have not.
Why would anyone want to leave there for here? Why? It's perfect.
Well, it's like like you having a mid-level job to then getting a top-level job. It's like sometimes you just take that pay upgrade.
Oh, okay, a pay upgrade, but then you're losing a lot of sleep. Your health suffers. Your mental health suffers. Your family's miserable. All for what? So you could just be bashed to death on a bigger stage?
Washington was fine with him just winning about 8-9 games, making the playoffs. Washington would be happy. And that's the same thing with Lane Kiffin.
He was making perfectly good money in a beautiful environment.
People keep saying Lane Kiffin, he ain't coming here because he won't deal with y'all.
Who would?
Ole Miss is good making 10 games. Ole Miss win 10 games, they're happy. Ole Miss,
nobody wants the job.
No. If they fire DeBoer, who's going to come behind him? Everybody know you got a short leash.
Could always get Mike Shula back.
I mean, this might be the year Auburn gets.
What about what was it? Mike Price. There's a couple of them for those years.
This might be Auburn year. This could be their year.
I doubt that.
This could be they had a good opening week compared to the others.
I'm like a sports fan extraordinaire, but like I'm also in a sports fan extraordinaire depression. Like my Braves look like butt.
I mean, y'all quarterback jumped to Heisman, level. Like he getting Heisman nods.
Who's talking about Heisman after one game?
I'm just saying.
No.
That's the way it works.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying Hugh Freeze, honestly.
You need to see more.
I need to see more. I was very pro Cadillac. I wanted Cadillac to get the job.
I was not.
I was.
I
You're not an Auburn fan. Of course you
I
weren't.
wasn't.
I did.
I was not.
You know why? Because he loves Auburn. He does. He loves Auburn.
I think you need more than just love to be a
No,
good coach.
well, everything else has not worked so far. We'll see. We'll see how Freeze does.
I would have got. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Hugh Freeze either. In my opinion, I think that she got Dion. Dion was the best candidate to me.
I don't know. Maybe. Guess we'll see.
I mean, they were rolling trees this past Thursday
sure
and Friday.
were.
They were rolling them up.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I never even learned why do Auburn roll a tree in the first place.
Why not?
What's the point of rolling a tree? Is it like
it's a statement?
So is it Charmin or is it one ply?
It's what? No.
Is it Dollar General toilet paper? Like what kind of
Well,
toilet paper being used? Because that can be an expensive hobby.
It's kind of bring your own toilet paper, but you can buy toilet paper. But we always just brought our own. Really.
So someone is outside with toilet paper.
Also, I'll say like people bring it, and then but once the rolls get to going, all you're doing is picking up rolls and throwing everybody, and then it's just like community.
You're throwing them back
just
and
community.
forth.
Well, you're just making it rain in all the different directions. You know, it's kind of an art form. Have you seen it in person?
Have not.
Oh, it's a sight to behold.
I've never been to a college game, so no.
Of any?
No. It's good on TV. You get to see everything.
It is, and I will say, like, I'd rather watch it on TV than be like melting and sweating to death. Because some of these earlier games, you're just so hot. Like I read where friends went to that Baylor game, the Auburn Baylor, and it was just so hot. That's not fun for anybody, you know. But there's just nothing like it. Honestly, there's just really not. It's good.
Maybe one day.
Especially if you love the team, you know. It's just a whole experience. I've been going with my dad since I was like 2, 3. He had tickets one Saturday. My mom had something going on. I guess they didn't communicate. He was like, I guess I'll pack her up and take her with me. It's the rest of the story. Ever since then, we always went.
You know what? You mentioned that tree. So do y'all blame Bama fans for the tree? Or do you blame that one guy for the tree?
Okay, so I would not say at first we did not blame. I think we just blamed the one guy. We were like, all right, he's crazy, whatever. But then, can I tell you, they started like getting him to come to like weekends, tailgates and stuff, like signing autographs.
He was making appearances. Okay, that's a little foul. That's messed up.
And I'm like, for those that don't know me, I'm a tree hugger anyway. Like, I love a tree. Like, they make me so happy and like sometimes a little emotional. I love a tree. I would be like that person chained to like a tree that's like, I'm not letting somebody cut this tree down. Like a tree hugger. That's me.
I think this Auburn year. I think
Auburn. I
think they're gonna have a good year this year.
I hope so. They looked good. I was texting with a friend and I was like, for the first time, we didn't just like barely scrape by. Like it looked very promising. It wasn't perfect, but it looked promising.
And I would say, I do think Auburn gets a lot of slack for being Auburn, but if you really look at it, their two biggest rivals, Georgia and Alabama. So they've had two of the biggest dogs in college football being their most direct rival in college football. Like that was a tough ask. That was a real.
And honestly, like our fan base is like small but mighty. I guess when you compare us to like Alabama or whatever, it's not that small. It's bigger than a lot of places, and we're everywhere. Auburn fans are everywhere. But I don't know. There's just something about like they'll disappoint me year after year. Basketball, like. But also, I never dreamed that we would be a basketball school, that we would be any kind of conversation about basketball ever. When I was there, we were Lebo's lunatics. Like, we got in them jokers for free. We were terrible. The best we could hope for was to, like, upset a good Florida team with, like, the Joaquin Noah guy. Was that, you know, we pulled a couple upsets. We were just having a great time, just happy to be there. Auburn fans just love Auburn.
Bruce Pearl has definitely uplifted that program.
So wonderful.
And with saying that, I hope he stays with that program and don't get in our Senate. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like, just stay with Auburn. Do not come for our state government. Please.
Just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane.
What is he gonna do? He gonna be shirtless in the Senate house? He gonna be in the Senate meeting shirtless?
I have some serious PTSD from the current situation that we're in. Because I felt like Tommy Tuberville was just that old uncle that you didn't see that much, but you just loved him so much. Like he just was near and dear to your heart. You know, back when he coached football.
He comes and goes. He comes and goes.
Back when he coached football, yeah. Like you never know what he's doing or where he's been, but you're just happy to see him when he's there. Now, it's a Benedict Arnold.
You know, and I didn't even think about it. Like if we were to get Bruce Pearl, that means we would have Tuberville and Pearl. So all these Bama fans, I don't think y'all really hate Auburn like y'all say y'all do. Like that's not.
If you really hate Auburn, you know who not to vote for governor.
I never thought about it, but yeah.
But if you did vote for him for governor, then we know you loved Auburn deep down all along.
So maybe y'all look the Democrat thing. Maybe y'all can get over that too. Y'all get over Tuberville and Pearl.
Maybe we need like a board, like one of those flip where we have like pros and cons.
Yeah. Which one's worse, an Auburn coach or a libtard? That's what they love saying.
Which is so derogatory anyway.
That's like their favorite word. It's gonna be interesting. But Tuberville doing education and Tuber, he's been in the news lately. So the Space Force we'll get to, but he also has recently said his plan for being governor. So hold on. He is going to eliminate the state income tax, and he wants to slash property taxes. Now, in Alabama, the state income tax is almost 70% of Alabama's education trust fund. The property tax is almost $200 million a year to local schools.
Yeah.
So are we now going to be entering this, let's make Alabama dumber than what it is?
That's not possible.
If we taking all this money out,
oh yeah, no,
we're taking out of our public schools, not our private schools. I think his plan
is like we're not like we don't need to go to school.
Well, not public. I think.
No, we don't know to go. No, the kids aren't going to go to school at all anymore. So y'all got to deal with that because I don't know if y'all need to start homeschooling or what, but we're not going to have any kind of schools anymore when they're not funded.
I mean, he essentially will be taking a sledgehammer and hitting it to our public education.
One of the big things in Voldemort's administration is that they want to kill the Department of Education and leave it to the states.
Yep.
So, okay, you kill the Department of Education, you leave it to the states, then the state slashes all the funding. That's a terrible idea because some states could care less about education, like this one, right? So, do you really want there to be no government oversee on education and then just let some fool make education go away? I don't know.
And then with our bills we're passing, we're pushing a lot more toward charter schools and private schools. So if you then now start eliminating money from public schools, you see what kids are interested in being educated.
I don't really. So we do private school. It's our second year in private school. For us, it was just a personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
I have one child. I don't knock public schools. I'm a product of public schools. I just saw some things that I was like, I don't love this. We have this option. I've got one child I have to provide it for. In theory, the whole getting a tax credit to go towards school seems like a good idea because I pay taxpayer dollars that go towards public school that my child doesn't use. But also, I chose to not use that.
Yes.
So, playing devil's advocate there, I didn't choose private school with any kind of plan to get any money back from anybody on that.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
And I'm not knocking private school or charter schools.
I'm not knocking public schools.
But you can't take all the money.
Super
Yes, a lot of people need it.
Yes, because I didn't grow up in a house that could have afforded private school. And again, if I had more than one child, we couldn't afford private school. Um, we're very blessed that we're able to do it. I don't know if it's forever, but it's our current right now. She's doing well, all that. But like, no, public schools are so important because for some people that's the only opportunity they have, and it's a crying shame that you would even consider taking the money from them.
And this is how I feel. Now, it's gonna be the liberal in me, but if kids got to be at school, why are we not feeding them for free? So one, we're not feeding them for free. They got to go there and then pay for their own meals. If they don't pay for their meals, then your parents they get a bill, they get an email saying what the kid charged. They have a balance at the end of the year. So we can't even feed kids. But then we got Tuberville talking about stripping away almost $1 billion out of Alabama's public education. So we're gonna get nowhere near close to being able to feed children. We're actually gonna get farther away from being able to do that.
And I feel like nowadays there's so many more options in the cafeteria that we didn't have. Remember, we didn't have like all that extra stuff until we were in middle school. Remember,
Yes.
like all the a la carte line, and we just thought we were like so
The
bad.
junk food line. It's
Yeah,
called the
the
junk food
junk
line.
food
It's the junk
line.
food line.
I think if you're if you have to choose between do we have candy and Coke and French fries every day, or do we have these set meals, but we can feed everyone for free? I think that takes priority because people hear this, but that's truly the only food some kids get.
It is.
And how anybody could be against that, but also claim to be Christian is beyond me. Beyond me. If I want my money going towards anything for a school my kid doesn't even go to, I want the children fed. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't understand.
I 100% agree. But like I said, I guess that's where we at. That's where we're going to.
Well, and when you talk about growth and stuff, and candidates that we talk like for mayor when the mayor election was going on and stuff like that, and you talk about okay, well our school system's overcrowded, blah blah blah, and it gets brought up like, well, 51% or some I don't remember the number of kids get free reduced lunch. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Like, and I want my money to always feed children. So, cool. I mean,
I'm
you
all for
know,
I'm all for helping kids. Become the kids, we should be taking care of them. But it's funny talking about that junk food line. That was pre Michelle Obama days.
oh
It's like
yeah.
they never get. Do they
Michelle
still?
gave him permission to do buns, and she was like, not on my watch.
Oh, that was some good days.
Hey, that chicken nugget day slapped. Like those yeast rolls. Remember? I mean, I love a yeast roll anyway. Speaking of sides, real quick side note. I know I'm going off the script, but have you eaten at that Stony River in Madison? It's
No,
a
I know you're
steakhouse
talking about.
place.
No, I've never been there.
Okay, well, we went there the other night. It's good, but like they bring out this bread,
Mm-hmm.
and
The little half, like half a loaf.
no, it's not a loaf. Let me tell you about this bread right now. I wish
In a
I
moment.
never knew this bread existed because it's these little poppy seed roll things,
Okay.
and then so they bring them out in this butter that's like this cinnamon butter, and you take a bite and you're like, this is like food of the gods. And when I asked about like, what are these made of? So basically, they're like fried, almost donuts with no like icing, so they're not sweet. But the bread inside is like a Krispy Kreme donut when you break it open. I can't tell you how many times I've thought about those rolls since we've been there the other night. I wish I didn't know they existed.
Guess we need to go one day and just get a
Yeah,
basket of
they said you
rolls.
should go and just order the rolls. Maybe do the podcast on a field trip or something. Or if I'm over there one day, I'll
Let's
bring
do a
some.
pop up. Do a pop up at
We'll
Stony
just have our
River.
little
Just
basket of bread right here.
maybe get a sponsorship. Hey, can y'all just give us some free food and we can
Oh yeah,
we can
sponsorship.
we can.
Shout out to Stony River. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, Ale House obviously
Yes.
We found these chairs downstairs that Serge brought up, and they are mighty comfortable.
I mean, I feel like it's a better vibe when these cheers.
I really like these chairs. I really do. I mean, but I also love like a jewel tone velvet furniture. I got like a little bit of Elvis Presley in me, maybe like a little bit of I like a little bit of tacky Graceland vibes. Not saying it's tacky here, but I just love velvet furniture.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Speaking of, vibes, Huntsville about to have a different vibe, I guess, with Space Force.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now we're the Rocket City. Now we proclaimed the Rocket City. Like that someone told him that. That several people have mentioned Huntsville being the Rocket City, but he gets in the camera. He's like, "This day forward, it's the Rocket City."
You know what it reminded me of? Wizard of Oz, when the little munchkin is like, let the news be spread.
Yes.
The wicked old witch at last is dead. Like, we already saw that happen. Thank you. But like, and all those goons just stood there behind him, smiling like they didn't know either. I mean, Tommy doesn't even live here. He's from Florida, so.
No, well, technically, no. He lives in Florida. He's from Arkansas.
You're right.
Which goes to another point. Why are we voting for someone that's not even from? He was not even born in Alabama, didn't live in Alabama, not from Alabama.
The only time he spent in Alabama was when he was at Auburn.
Coach in Auburn.
Close to the Georgia state line that most people think it's in Georgia. And then when they think that, I just let them think that because I'm not trying to say I'm from Alabama. So like his experience was just this tiny little thing where if you're close enough in Auburn, some places your watch switches over, your phone switches over to Eastern time sometimes. That's how close you are to Georgia.
His only qualification for running in Alabama because his son owns a house in Auburn. So he put his name on his son's house, which now his wife is a part of that on the deed. Like he wasn't even living in Alabama when he ran for Alabama. That's how you know people don't really care about Alabama.
Right.
And then we get Bruce Pearl.
Okay, but hold on. No, I don't think Bruce Pearl's for real running.
I think he is. I think he's so serious. I think he's so serious. I believe he's serious.
I don't.
But time will tell.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I will say it, but I really don't.
But I mean, Tommy did get us Space Force, but he also lost us Space Force. He lost us Space Force, and he got us Space Force, I guess. Which no one talks about. Because the only reason Biden kept it at Colorado Springs was because Tommy was holding up the military promotions. Like Tommy was in the way of that, but he was also Trump's little, I don't know.
That no one's really talking about. Why is he not running for another term?
I believe he sees the governor, being governor of Alabama, as being an easier job than being a senator.
But we all know he does what Trump tells him to do, and Trump loves him so much because of his dire loyalty. Why would Trump not be like, oh, you want to run for governor? Well, I don't care. I want you still in Senate because you're like the laughing stock of the Senate. Everyone knows that you're the class clown here.
I feel like Tuberville will be more of a loyal plant in our state government than like what Kay Ivey is right now. Like I believe Kay Ivey probably a Trumper, but she's still about Alabama rule law. I think there's still a line that she's like, we're not going to cross.
Yeah, well,
I kind of feel that way about her a little bit.
You're right about that. I think I agree with that. And as we're seeing right now, like the ones that are giving the clapback here are the governors right now.
Yes, and I do feel like Tuberville, he's a loyalist. But I also think that he sees the governor of Alabama as being an easier job. I think he's probably being easier. Yeah, of course he is. Look at his coaching career. He went from school to school to school and getting fired and collecting a check. If he's the governor of Alabama, he's collecting a check. I think he's just looking to collect a check and have his name on something.
And I hardly say that like there's many qualifications for being the governor of Alabama. I mean, none of them have just been great.
Well, I mean, hopefully he don't get it, so he don't kill our education system more than what it is.
Hopefully, you say hopefully he does get it.
Does not get it.
Yeah.
Because I was looking. So this is 3 different reports. Consumer Affairs has Alabama overall education rank as 50.
50.
We 50 on the Consumer Affairs.
Dang.
Uh,
At least right behind Mississippi.
so hold on. U.S. News has us as 44th in education. World Population Review, they got us listed as 50th too as well.
52.
50, 50th as well.
Like,
50th. 50th. So we're bottom. That's three different sites got us as the bottom. There's only one state worse, which because some of these count the District of Columbia as and city. Well, they're in the market.
So is Mississippi still worse?
They're ahead of us.
No.
The only state that's behind us, Arizona. Arizona's behind us. Mississippi is 39th on one of these.
I am shook.
Mississippi is ahead of us.
Yeah.
One of these.
I thought that was the Alabama state motto. Thank
Actually, so U.S. News got Mississippi as 34th.
Okay, Mississippi. I'm not trying to hate on y'all. Good job. Good job.
People thought Mississippi was always the worst. Like
Maybe it's Lane Kiffin.
people always said, "Well, we ain't Mississippi." Damn, we ain't.
We wish we were.
Like and then Consumer Affairs got Mississippi as 39th. So they're in the 30th. Mississippi got a better education system than us.
What are they doing over there?
That is wild to
You know
me.
what I bet they do? I bet they feed them kids. Those kids are eating better. That's therefore they're performing better. What do you think?
I'm wondering like where they're ranking so high. I wonder where they're ranked so high at.
We will later fall down this rabbit hole of why Mississippi is so high.
Okay, they rank way higher than us in school safety. School safety, we're 47th. They have Mississippi at 16.
Wow. Okay.
That's a big one.
School safety.
And then higher education, they're also ranking higher than us.
Okay.
So that's the two. That's two that's getting is Mississippi. They doing big things over Mississippi.
Love that.
Both, yeah, all of these got their higher education ranked way higher than Alabama.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Mississippi is not just one above us, but like a lot above us. So if that doesn't tell you that we're doing some stuff wrong, I don't know what does.
So their higher education, the rating, what counts as higher education, it is the higher education subcategory informs the best states for education ranking as well as the best overall states ranking. It comprises metrics reflecting the share of citizens in each state holding college degrees, as well as college graduation rates and the cost of in-state tuition and fees. That is where Mississippi beating us. Oh, it also says, and the burden of federal student loan debt.
That's just a conversation for another day, isn't it?
That's a shock of the day. Mississippi's shooting better than Alabama right now.
Like way better.
They over there saying, well, at least we ain't Alabama.
They're like, can we get like another little state to beat us too? We don't really want to be associated with these.
That's wild to me.
That is wild. I'm shook.
And that's what I be telling people, like, okay, we're getting Space Force. And people always talk about Alabama. But like, you have North Alabama, and then it's the rest of Alabama.
Because North Alabama holds this whole state afloat.
It does.
It is the only thing that keeps it relevant. But the people that make it great are not in alignment with the average Alabama mindset.
It's not. It's different.
It's different. It's like a different state.
Huntsville is full of engineers, scientists. Yes. Huntsville, we'll talk about liberals. Huntsville is a liberal city.
It is. Thank goodness. It's progressive.
It is.
Remember progressive?
Well, I say progressive. Let's not say liberal city. It's a progressive city. It's a progressive city. Huntsville is definitely about moving forward. They're about embracing everyone. Like it's a lot doing out in Huntsville now. I'm sure there's still a little small sectors where you're like, nah, we can't fit in here. But overall, Huntsville is moving. And it is the outside people, they're coming into Huntsville. So now that demographic is changing a lot more and more and more every day.
Well, let's hope it's enough. Come election time.
But they're gonna keep coming now. Now we got everybody was saying it's too many apartments. Now they're gonna build more.
We're gonna love if that backfires.
Apartments
No,
or Space Force?
all the people coming
Oh, coming here?
and then midterms come, governor
It's gonna be interesting times. Interesting times in Alabama, for sure. But I hope Space Force does well. I hope it gives a boost to the economy.
Although I am a little confused about like, I feel like you think about our troop, like you think about the branches of the military, um, as like defending us,
Yes.
and then like who, like y'all are gonna suit up and do what?
They're defending. They're, I guess, monitoring, from my understanding, satellites. If something was to ever happen, the weakest points of our national security is in space, and it's our satellite networks.
So my question is, why does that not fall under NASA?
I guess because NASA's not a government. Government give them funding and subsidies, but they're not a government entity. NASA's still their own business, or like, to me, the government just funds NASA,
Yeah.
but NASA's still separate from the actual government.
Okay, but like, why couldn't I just don't understand why it can't fall
You
under
look at
NASA?
SpaceX, like the government gives Elon a lot of business, just like just the same thing.
Privatizing government. That is a rabbit hole in itself. Cool.
But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Well, it's a good talk. Well, definitely move
I'm
forward
just
with.
picturing them up there like fighting aliens, like Independence Day with Will Smith,
As of yet, I don't think we've encountered aliens. Do I think there's other things out there?
Okay. I got one.
Are we going?
Hold on. This is the perfect time to drop this. Have you ever read the whole hit on conspiracy theorists? I'm not one, but I do like to entertain them sometimes because I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting.
Are we going like little green man, like lizard people?
No. No, we're not going to do Area 51. Like the whole theory that man did not actually walk on the moon. Have you
Yes.
ever gone down that?
I've never went down a rabbit hole. I know they're out there saying we never went to the moon.
It's really interesting. I'm not saying we did or didn't. I'm not. I'm saying it's interesting.
You're not picking a side.
Nope.
You're trying to say.
But it is something to think about because why have we not done it again?
Because it's cost so much.
So he's building a ballroom, like a $200 million ballroom.
That's for his own
So
ego.
what, we can afford it
That's
in
for
the
his
60s?
ego. That's his ego.
We can afford it in the 60s. We can't afford it now.
But why? At this point, like, why do we need to go back to the moon? Well, Elon's going to Mars. That's his goal. Elon's going to Mars.
Well, I believe that when I say it. Why haven't we?
Well, you think about everything he's building right now. When you think about it.
No. Moon. Why haven't we gone back? So in the 60s,
I don't.
it was a very questionable. It was very staticky. We haven't been back since.
I'm sure there are a lot of people that would have their
Seen
opinions.
the movie Wag the Dog?
I have not.
That's your homework this week.
Wag the
Yeah,
dog.
it's got like Jack Nicklaus, and it's good. You got to watch it. Wag the Dog. Wag the Dog. I think it's like 1998.
Okay.
I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I don't know, but I'm sure it's like cheap on Amazon Prime or something to rent. Wag the Dog. Do it.
All right. I'll go watch that and I'll report back to you. Let you know.
I'm sorry I went down that.
Hopefully, it means somebody have an answer why we haven't been back to the moon. I'm sure someone got it.
I would love for y'all to comment on our. If you don't follow our Facebook page, you should, and then you should like send us stuff. Give us some info about why we haven't been back to the moon. Been back.
I think that's a good place to end it. So,
Okay.
until next week. We're done.